Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to just use your initials, MY, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons. So I'm going to listen to some of your speaking practice tests. Now remember, don't overwhelm me. You sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 practice tests all at the same time. And remember, each day I can get up to 147 emails. And it's just too much. So how about this? Send me a practice test, 1. I listen to it, score it, grade it, give you comments, and after I'm done with that, then send me another one. All right? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's listen to the first one. So this is, it looks like question 6, speaking. Okay, here we go.
The passage is about the intellectual abilities of the babies, in which the professor defines as a baby, which is 5 months old, can do basic arithmetic things as he can add. And he provides 2 experiments to illustrate this. The first one is that the scientists let the baby look at the doll at the table, and then they lower the screen in front of the doll as the doll becomes...
In front of the door, so you're not clearly pronouncing the words in here. Now, I have no idea what speaking practice test this is or where it came from. It's not connected to my website, so I can't really comment on how complete or accurate your response is, but I can certainly comment on the delivery and language use.
Hidden behind the screen, but the baby had already seen the doll, and he knows that it's the second experiment is that they took second doll and obviously placed it behind the screen besides the first one, but secretly they took away one of the doll. So when he raised the screen back up, the baby was surprised, as he was expected to find 2 dolls, but he found only 1, and they recorded the baby's eye movement as a sign of surprise. So this example clearly illustrates this.
You said clearly illustrates this. Clearly illustrates what?
This is question number 6.
So it probably would be better to say something like that. Okay, here you had some delivery. That is the biggest issue, but even when you explain the ideas, you could probably connect your ideas together better, perhaps by using more transition words to show the differences of the ideas or how the ideas are related. So in this one, I'm going to put you at 2.16 out of 4, 17 points out of 30 on this practice test. Okay, let's go to another one here. Okay, let me see if I can find the... Okay, here we go. So we're going to question 5, topic 1.
The problem is that she wanted to rent a van for the trip for the kids, and when she called the rental agency, there was no vans available for the trip for the day after, and the kids will get disappointed if the trip is cancelled.
Now, you might say something like this, in the conversation, the woman has a problem, blah, blah, blah.
The student discussed 2 solutions. First is to borrow a car from one of her...
Now, why does the student discuss solutions? So you might say something like, to help the woman solve the problem, the man has 2 solutions. Then you can explain what they are.
The campus on that day. The second is to find volunteer or take the kids to the public transportation. If I were the woman, I would choose the second solution. The first solution isn't good because...
I want to say, if I was the woman is not considered correct grammar. You want to say, if I were the woman. So you want to use what's called the subjunctive there. You're talking about a past and possible situation. So it's better to say, if I were the woman, I would.
She has to borrow 2 cars as there's not...
Now, if you're talking about a past and possible condition, you'd say, if I had been the woman, I would have...
no space for the other kids, and she can't drive 2 cars by herself. The second solution is good because even though it may be challenge for her to supervise the kids on the bus, as she said, but if she checks the bus...
No, even though, but. No, you can't say even though and then but. That's a mixed construction. If you want to use an independent clause and then use but, that's correct. But using even though and but in the same sentence is not going to work. So that's a language use error.
She may find that the bus go right to the zoo, so that's why we choose the second solution.
All right. So on this one, I think...
Speaking question number 5.
Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the rubrics here. So, delivery, you got to work on that intonation, especially varying your intonation a little more. So go to intonation lessons 36 through 40, and then language use, you're having some problems there, choosing the appropriate grammar. You had a problem with a mixed construction, right? So maybe go to Google and type in these keywords. Type in, do not use although and but in the same sentence. Do that. You can also type in the keywords mixed construction so you can learn more about what mixed constructions are and how to repair that kind of grammar. Overall, again, I have no idea if you accurately or completely explain the information because I do not have the script, so I'm not going to comment on that. You had a pretty good organization though, so I don't see any major problems there. So I'm going to put you at about 2.3 out of 4, 18 points out of 30 on this practice test. Okay, here, let's go to the next one. So this is topic 1, question 4 speaking.
Is about the group thinkers, in which the passage defined as individual members of the groups attempt to conform their opinions to what they believe to be the group consensus.
Okay.
And here, provide an example to illustrate this. He states that he and his co-worker wanted to give their computer design makeover to look more up to date in order to attract more customers, as the outside design is old-fashionable, and most of the group supported the ideas at the beginning except the senior managers because they saw that this will lead to unnecessary costs. So the supporters changed their mind, even his co-worker, because they are afraid that
So the supporters change their mind, not changes their mind.
The agreement will prevent any chances for the promotion, and the author didn't want to see himself only the one who held up to vote, so he voted against his idea. However, after many years, the competitor made new design, attracted some of their customers, and made many profits. So this example clearly illustrates this.
Okay. So I think we have that one. So in this case, still a lot of delivery issues, some language use issues. In my opinion, I wouldn't even work that much on the speaking task right now. You have so many pronunciation problems to solve. I would do that. I would focus more in my pronunciation section first, and once you have good control of your pronunciation and your intelligibility, and you've completed my pronunciation post-test and received a score of 5.1 or higher, then you can start tackling the speaking practice test. But until you solve those intelligibility issues, you're kind of like a truck that's stuck in the mud. You can practice all the speaking you want, but if you have not improved your pronunciation, you're not going to get anywhere. So that's really what your priority is right now. And even also the grammar part of my course, you can spend a lot of time in that area as well. Your score here, 2.3 out of 4, 18 points out of 30 on this practice test. Okay, I think we got couple more here. So this is speaking topic 1, question 3. Listen to this one.
Acquire new sculpture for the campus and provides 2 reasons for support. However, the woman's opinion is that the letter was unconvincing and provides two reasons for that. First, she's glad and happy with the nice arts that will be on the campus.
Now, who is she? Who is she? Is this a student, an administrator, a professor?
And the university, the administration should shake the donor's hand and thank him because he is an anonymous donor who will pay the bill for the sculpture, and the author's assumption about who is paying the bills for the sculpture is wrong.
Okay.
The second is that he and his friends used to play football on the land that the sculpture will be set on. And you have to use another part of the campus in order to play the football, and they didn't want to move. So that's why the woman sees that the letter was unconvincing.
Okay.
This is TPO question 3.
Right. The problem here is, are you talking about, I think you're mentioning a reading passage or an article, right? Then you're also talking about a conversation. So you can probably connect those ideas a little bit better in the beginning. So you might say in the conversation, or you might say the students react to a notice posted in the university newspaper or something. So maybe give me a little bit better context in the beginning on this one. So again, you have quite a few delivery problems in this. I think some language use issues. So I'm going to put you at 2.3 out of 4, 18 points out of 30 on this practice test. All right, so I think we have one more here. Okay, so I think we're good. So I just gave you some comments. So now I just listened to several of your speaking practice tests in a row. What does this tell me? It means you have not solved the pronunciation and the language issues that you need to solve. This is your priority. So my message to you is to focus more on the pronunciation and the grammar parts of my course. Make sure you master that content first. Then you can come back to the speaking and start posting more speaking practice tests. That's what I'm telling you right now. All right? Thank you.